I want to get into Maxx Crosby, who I mentioned, okay? The trade chatter sort of started heating up Wednesday. Friend of the show, Keyshawn Nixon, out there. Do we have that tweet? Do we have the Keyshawn tweet? I know, do we have it though? I saw this, there's a lot of reports, yeah, yo, Tay, pull back up. Nothing I love more than this. Nothing I love more than the recruiting happening at the center of the draft universe. Like, sure, like the Super Bowl was handed from New Orleans to San Francisco. We're not going to talk about that for the next year. All eyes are on Green Bay, Draft Central, and also how do we become a contender central? All the stuff's going on. You know, they want Maxx Crosby. Packers do. A lot of fans making those connections. He wants to be great. How many pieces are they away? Let's take a listen to what Maxx Crosby had to say about his future.
For me, I want to win. No matter what, like, I'm an ultimate competitor. I want a chance. And I don't want to join the damn Chiefs and get a Super Bowl. That would mean absolutely nothing to me. I want to join, you know, if I want to be a part, not join, start controversy. I want to be a part of winning in a culture that is about winning. And that's all that matters to me. At the end of the day, like, I want to be in the Hall of Fame, and I want to go, and I want to.
And you deserve it, and you shouldn't feel bad about doing what you want to do.
No, absolutely.
And I love that for you.
I don't feel bad about it. I want to be a Super Bowl champ and a Hall of Fame.
Raiders fans are so mad at me, as if I'm the reason the Raiders are in this position, as if I have any influence over these guys. I'm always going to come out and be for the player. The player should do what feels good. Players care about fans and what they think. You think Maxx Crosby doesn't care about Raiders fans? He lives for Raiders fans. He wishes he could do his thing there. He has tried. He's put his body on the line. Every time I see Maxx Crosby, he's got a limp. He's dealing with something. He's got a boot. He's trying to recover. That's a dude who wants to be the best at what he does, and that is a dude who would love to do that there with the Raiders. And somebody who's throughout his career always remained loyal. It's very mirrored by like the Myles Garrett thing. Like, of course you want to do it where you were drafted, where you are, what the you know, the people who love you. He loves those fans, but at a certain point, like Raiders fans, you got to look in the mirror and look inward at what the organization wasn't able to do. And it's a time, the Raiders are going to be great yet again. Bringing in Tom Brady, bringing in some of these pieces. We'll see what the quarterback situation shakes out. I'm rooting for Raiders fans. But when it comes to what is important in these short windows, you cannot blame players for doing what is right by them and wanting to cement their legacy, something that they've been thinking about. And they get claps every time they walk in as 5-year-olds to a cafeteria at school because they are the best at their position and they work so hard to do what they do. There's some there's some craziness going on here. Let's see. Raiders fans, and I do get being frustrated. Some of the tweets that we've gotten about just this interview. Look at Austin. Let's go through Austin. No more interviews with her, please. She's the biggest instigator ever. She will try to get you off the Raiders every chance she gets. I have no personal vendetta against the Raiders, everybody, but I do think Maxx Crosby deserves to be happy. I think Davante Adams deserves to be happy. They weren't happy there, and I appreciate the boldness that it takes to sort of stand up for yourself and want to be in a situation that is better for you. How about this one? And you tried to tamper with Raiders organization relations and personnel. Mark Davis should be suing you for the Davante situation, and even you attempting to do the same to Maxx. We need real analysts in this business. And finally, who's this one from? Stay the F away from Raiders players, you Jezebel. I'm a witch. We get it. I have so much power. I have so much power, guys, here in making these moves. In a serious note, and I'd actually talked to some people who work for the Raiders about this. It's a rebuild. It's, you know, if you are a player that is seeing their window and their body and are at the peak of performance, you are allowed to have desires and wants and follow that. And I actually think it takes a lot of courage to say that and stand up for yourself and do that. And Davante Adams did that. And you can say all you want about what the decision was and how it wasn't better with the Jets. Guess what? I know you don't want to hear this. It was better for him. It was better for him. He made the right decision. And Maxx Crosby, you know, and Myles Garrett, we never thought that, you know, those were the things that were going to happen. But it's not a failure on Maxx Crosby's part. It's a failure of the situation he's in at the time that it's in. The Raiders, great organization. They're going to be great. But these are not ideas being planted in anyone's head. These are well thought out ideas of wanting to be part of a culture that is about winning right now. And that is not Vegas of late. It's building, it's happening. Maxx is 27. He's gone through a relocation. He's on his 5th head coach, his 4th GM, and likely 8th different starting quarterback of his NFL career already. That's going to take some time that he maybe doesn't feel like he has. I hope he feels good about what Tom Brady and Pete Carroll and new GM Spy Tech are going to do. And they'll probably make it very attractive for him to stay. I think those conversations are ongoing. But we cannot blame Maxx Crosby if he does decide to pursue or at least leave his ears open to an opportunity that is somewhere else. I would love for him to be successful, and that's where I'm coming from in the matter. With him, with Davante, with T, with everyone.